over here. Hello and welcome to week 1 of the 2021 school year. I'm Mr. Hemi, your science teacher, if you didn't figure that out already. And I hope that your first week back to school has gotten off to a great start. Now, this week is full of things like refresher assignments in your homeroom, icebreakers in your live classes to help you get reacclimated to school and to get to know your new teachers and to meet some of your new classmates, maybe even get to chat with some of your classmates from previous years. Also, you're probably getting a lot of procedural information that your teachers are starting to share with you in their live classes, at least when they start on Wednesday. So speaking of Wednesday, as it relates to our live class, we, meaning our science class, will not actually start live classes until Thursday. And the reason for this is because I'm actually moving my youngest daughter into her freshman dorm at her college on Wednesday. So I'm not able to attend live classes myself. So therefore, we're just going to cancel live classes for Wednesday. We'll pick up on Thursday. Can't say we'll pick up where we left off because we're just picking up. We get started on Thursday. But in the meantime, there is a survey that I've assigned, and that's assigned for Wednesday, and I would like you to fill that out in my absence. Now, that survey is going to help me kind of get to know you as a learner, what type of a learner you are, the things that you're interested in. And then we can start, when we get together on Thursday for virtual live class, we can start to begin to talk about how we collectively want our class time to run and to operate so that it can be efficient and not waste anybody's time, and we can all get the most out of that learning time together. So more about that on Thursday. So a couple things that I would like to point out to you about the course page itself, which you've probably heard this same information from your other courses because we have all strived to make our course pages look very similar so that when you go from one course to another, you're not like trying to figure out where things are. Everything is kind of the same no matter which course you're in. But to that end, some of the things that you should probably know about our course page that I just want to make sure I mention is that you can find all sorts of information there, things like my contact information, what time our class time meets, and how to get there. You can also, there's a link at the top that will take you to our virtual live class sessions, so you can get to it right from the course page, which is really helpful. And if you need to get in touch with me, you can go there and find out how to either call me on the phone or send me an email. But of course, my favorite method to communicate is Schoology message. So feel free to send me a Schoology message if you have anything that you need, particularly as it relates to our class. All right, so that's the contact information. It's right there at the top. The link is right above it. Below that, you're going to find a welcome to our science class. It's basically a welcome folder. And if you go in that folder, you're going to find all sorts of stuff. You're going to find a syllabus that gives you kind of a broad overview of our course and the outline of the topics that we're going to cover. There's also in there my contact information, some information about me and my background, which you may or may not find interesting, but give that a look when you get a chance. And it has other information about our course. So check that out before you get started so that you're kind of up on all of the information that you need about our class. All right, what else? Besides the welcome folder, there is a resources folder. You're going to want to check that on a pretty regular basis. Right now, it has a bunch of how-to videos for you, the student. It also has some how-to videos for parents in there. So if there's anything that you can't remember how to do in Schoology, or if you're new to Schoology, you've never used it before, there's how-to videos in there on how to do things like upload assignments into the upload type of assignment. So if you have a Word document or a spreadsheet or an image that your teacher wants you to upload, it shows you how to do that. and different things like that. So check that out if you get stuck on anything. And then if you don't find a how-to video for the specific thing that you're trying to do, you can always contact one of your teachers or your mentor or your homeroom coach. They'd be happy to help you figure out how to do those things. All right, so that's the resources folder. I will use that throughout the year to put resources in there for you. And throughout the year, I'll be putting resources in there. And I, of course, will be letting you know, hey, I put this in the resources folder. So if you need it, whether it's an outline or a PowerPoint or whatever, might be in there for you to peruse. Okay, but don't be afraid to check it out on your own. All right, lastly, if you ever need to go back to a lesson that we covered in a previous week, there is a folder called Previous Weeks. And in there, you're going to find 4 more folders. Each of one will be quarter 1, quarter 2, like Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4 for each of the marking periods. And inside each marking period, as we go through the year, more folders will be added to that from the previous week. By the end of the year, every assignment from the entire year will be in those folders, in their appropriate marking period quarter folders. So if you need to go back and redo an assignment, if you want to do an assignment you never did, as long as it isn't past one of the deadlines, such as the mid-quarter deadline or the end of quarter deadline, that's where you would go to get there. You can also get there through your grade book. You can get specific. You can click on assignments in the grade book and go to that specific assignment. But if you want to kind of see how each week was put together, you could do that in the previous week's folder, because it kind of essentially gives you an outline of what we covered each week. So just be aware that that's there and available for you to give you easy access to previous content that we've covered. Okay. Now there's not a whole lot in there right now in those Q1 and Q2 and Q3 and Q4 folders, because they're not in the past. That's in the future. So they're pretty much empty right now. Next week, there will be one folder in the Q1 folder, and that'll be the stuff from this week. The assignments that I've posted and that are due this week will be in there. Okay, so next week, if you need to go back and do the survey because you didn't do it or something like that, or the norms assignment, you can go back next week and do that. And that's how you would get to it, one of the ways at least. All right, so that's pretty much it as far as the course page goes. Oh, one other thing I almost forgot to tell you. I do post announcements on the course page. This could be things like reminders to complete something like your refresher course. There's an announcement on there about that right now on your course page. Other things like if I'm going to be out, so I will be posting something before Wednesday, an announcement stating that I'm going to be out on Wednesday and that live classes will begin for our class on Thursday. Okay, so be sure, I really highly recommend and highly encourage you to check out the course page. It's something that you should do regularly so that you don't miss anything. In fact, I would encourage you to check the course page for each of your classes, not just science class, but for each of your classes on a daily basis. Make it a daily habit so that you don't miss anything in any of your courses. All right, well, that's all I have for you for this week. This is our weekly overview. I hope that you have a great week, and I'm really looking forward to meeting you on Thursday in our virtual live class. See you then.